Well, a very good afternoon to you. Hope I do find you well. Should we have a bit of a look at Nottingham Forest's visit to Wrexham on Friday? I think we should. Welcome to Weird Guide Wrexham. My name is Steve Jones. Well, afternoon. Hope you find you well and in good order. Apologies for not doing this yesterday like everybody else has done. I'll tell you for why. Me and my good lady were gifted a tour around the Penderyn distillery in Llandudno, which was for yesterday, which I took in, and so I really didn't have time to do a video. So I'm doing it now. I really do implore you to take that tour. It's not expensive, but it's very good value for what it is. Thoroughly informative. My good lady's not a whisky person at all, but even she found it interesting and enjoyable. Now, going through the process of producing the whiskies and how it's done, I won't spoil it for anybody. And there was a rack of Penderyn's whiskies, and on there was one that immediately caught my eye. And Stuart, the guy who did it, he's from Merthyr originally. Brilliant the way he does it. Very funny, got a great slant on it. He started telling the tale about it. And it's called Omar O'Heed. Produced in line with the World Cup. So okay, fine. So he finishes it and it's up into the bar for the tasting, and lo and behold, there it was available for tasting. So I thought, okay, that's got to be my first one, and it's a stunning Scotch. It really is. Sorry, I shouldn't call it Scotch because it's made in Wales. It's whiskey, water of life, and that was it. I've decided I'm having one. So anybody who knows me will know that it was me who introduced Omar O'Heed to the racecourse, following a conversation with a good mate of mine in work. We're both rugby fans, and he said, have you never taken any heed, excuse the pun, in what it means? And no, so we have a look at it, see what you mean. And it was when we were Trust Run, and everything just fit. Omar O'Heed, we are still here. So that's why I introduced Omar O'Heed to the racecourse. So yeah, tasted it, loved it, bought the bottle. I'll stick a photo in so you can have a look at it. I implore you to do it. It's delicious. Excuse me. On to Friday. Right, met up with Andy, and as we always do, down to the burger van at the turf, and into the mice for a pint, shake a few hands, say hello to a few people, check the teams, and off we go into the ground. And we both went through the turnstile. He's in one, I'm in the other. Met the other side, and we sort of looked at each other and said, it's quiet in here. There's people milling about, having a drink under the tech end and talking, but there was nothing coming out musically. Or if it was so quiet you couldn't hear it. Friday is one of those occasions it should have been atmosphere, and it just didn't happen. I think we went up to our seats about 10 past 7. I thought it'll get going in a minute. It didn't. I'm not saying I was picture perfect in what I did, but I never will, I never would say I was the right way to do it. But we always, for the last 20 to 30 minutes before kick-off, were ramping up anthemic Wrexham songs or football songs, whatever. Omar O'Heed, Declan Swans, there was several we used to get things going with. And then there's the one that, it annoys me to the nth degree. Wrexham is the name halfway across the pitch. How hard can it be? I know Clarkson said that, but I'm saying it now. Again, I'm not calling myself as Mr. Picture Perfect, but I think every time I announce that teams were coming out, Wrexham was the name, would strike up just as the players crossed the white line for the touchline, and that's the way it should be. Otherwise, it's gone. The moment's gone, where the volume gets faded and the fans take over, is gone. It's too short because they're all lined up and moving on. That needs sorting out. I've been reading a thread on X this morning, and I've been sitting on my hands on it because I didn't want to come across as bitter and twisted, but I can't do it anymore. They got rid of the two lads because they wanted to go in a new direction. They have backwards. It's not a difficult thing to do. It really isn't. But anyway, that's detracting away from a magnificent game of football. Yeah, you could see at times where Forest's Premier League quality was, even though it was so much of a second string. The passing and movement was a joy to see at times. But Wrexham struck first. Libby Kakachi, his first goal for the club. A brilliant strike, 18-20 yards out, bottom corner. Excellent, really good strike. Took it well, made up for him, and he put in a good performance the time he was on, considering the time he's been out. It looked like he'd never been away, to be fair. He had a really good game when he was on. 1-0, happy days. And who pops up next? The Duracell bunny himself, all the batteries are available, Ollie Rathbone. Doing what Ollie Rathbone does best. He is that little fox in the box. And a brilliant finish. And again, bottom right hand corner. 2-0 Dreamland. And we are living the dream. A bit disappointing to concede the one. Not pointing any fingers. It was just a great ball. Back post and maybe 2-1. So, second half. If anybody was at Stoke, remember Sparky, Mark Hughes putting the big guns on. Well, Sean Dyche did it in spades. I've been reading Craig's comments on Twitter this morning, putting rough values on our squad. It came up 39 point something to 40 million. Now, to give you some idea of different levels, Murillo, €12,000, about 8 million quid. Owanwi, 17 million. Milenkovic, 12 million. Nico Williams, 17 million. Hudson-Odoi, Callum Hudson-Odoi, now he's a bargain at 3 million. He's some player. I like that lad. He's a good player. And you go Morgan Gibbs-White at 25 million. It's about 70 million, 80 million. So you can see the colossal difference in scales. And obviously, once they settled in after the first 5 minutes, you could see their quality was there for all to see. The speed of movement, the pass, the move, it was good, really good to see. But again, they really didn't have chances. Arthur made a couple of decent saves, but our blocking was phenomenal. Every time they took a shot, it was blocked. Anyway, going in, we breaking forward, free kick. Josh Windass takes it. One of the most delicious crosses you'll ever get. Centre forward's dream. Only this time it's converted by a centre half. Dom Hyam putting his head where angels fear to tread. Fantastic header back across the keeper, and that's his first goal for Wrexham. 3-1, we're in dreamland. 8 to 10 minutes to go, we've got this. But of course, we're dealing with players of that calibre, Premier League players of that calibre. They don't, they just ramped it up, turned up the pressure. Two fantastic finishes from Hudson-Odoi. Brought it back to 3-all. Now, I'm going to get it on my soapbox again, because that is where it failed. If anybody was at the Brighton game, well, remember, the first thing I did at the end of 90 minutes was bang on. Wrexham was the name, full tilt. The place was banging and rocking. What did we get? The sound of silence. It's not a difficult thing to do, really, to build an atmosphere. Into the extra time, you could see everybody gone cagey. Nobody really wanted to make a mistake. There was a couple of half chances each, but you could see where it was going to end up as penalties. Took our penalties with aplomb. I felt a bit sorry for Jimmy, really. I could see what he wanted to do. Didn't quite get his physics right, but doesn't matter. Step up the man, Arthur Okonkwo. Some fantastic saves. They were good penalties, but they were extremely well saved. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of times me and quite a few people around were having a go at him. He's just got to work on his distribution. It's terrible. He's not vocal enough still. I've said it like a stuck record, but he's a good, fantastic shot stopper and a good penalty. Obviously good with the penalties, but he's the hero. And happy days through to the next round of the FA Cup. But if there's a sting in the tail from this one, we are no longer hold the mantle of the greatest FA Cup shock in history. Mantle taken from us by Macclesfield yesterday as they beat Crystal Palace. Fantastic effort, really is a fantastic effort. You know, a team in National League North to beat a Premier League level side is phenomenal. So well done. Obviously John Rooney's the manager there now, played for us previously. Brilliant effort. So I hope the mantle stays with you for some time. Apart from that, I think that's all we've got to go on. I've got some more Wrexham AFC and me done, so you'll probably get one, maybe two of those going into the week. Probably thinking about it now, I'm on mornings this week, so it could be towards the end. So there we go. Next game up is Norwich City at the Stoke Kairos. I don't like doing this, but if anybody's got a spare, let me know. I just hate the ballot. So what remains of a good weekend? I hope your working week next week's not too stressful. I'll see you with the Wrexham AFC as me, and I'll look at Norwich City Thursday going into Friday. Have a good day, take care, and I will indeed see you later.